Najbardziej ten Star Trek zawodzi pod względem muzyki, bo jest, kurde, jakieś plumkanie z tyłka. Dobra, czyli co? Siedzimy na pokładzie tego statku Kosmoli. Uciekliśmy z obławy i teraz zaczynają się kwatery generała albo generalne kwatery. Zobaczymy, co to znaczyło. Tak? Mam nadzieję, że to wybrało. Aha, jest, kurde, się zdawało głośność.
Tylus, you should be in sickbay.
I'll finish this.
I couldn't just lie there knowing the entire fate of Hotari hangs in the balance. How did it go?
Ja, które z które?
Exhausted.
No, disaster, no.
I'll be honest. It was a total disaster.
That can't be true. I heard a rumor that they'd made a deal, that the Elydians agreed to peace. After what we saw Sidron do to the diplomat in the mines, I could hardly believe there was hope, but then... Is that true?
Wszyscy są tylko nami.
I'm afraid the truth is far worse than that.
There's no deal.
No. They're all Takan now. The Hotari, the Elydians. Everyone.
No. That can't be true.
I'm sorry.
Może ty jesteś też tykonem, co?
Where will I go? I can't go back. I don't have a home anymore.
Ej, spokojnie, zaraz, zaraz.
It's gone.
Hotari isn't lost yet. This is far from over. It will be your home again, I promise.
Słowo harcerza.
The Federation stands with the Hotari. You don't have to doubt it for a second.
Yellow alert.
Aha.
Commander Rydick, we need you on the bridge immediately.
Kapitan znowu chleje.
Good to have you back. You didn't opt for the ocular implants.
Maybe someday. The visor was the best the doc could do on short notice.
We've got an Elydian ship, the Veskar, rapidly bearing down on our position.
Or what was the Veskar. Now I'm not so sure.
Bring it up on the view screen.
600 kilometers in closing. Still coming straight for us. Commander?
No. Hejlowaliśmy już?
Have you
Jak
tried
Elon.
hailing them?
Try it.
Hailing the Elydian ship now. No response.
400 kilometers in closing.
Shields up. Ready phasers.
Shields up, phasers ready. Incoming.
Lock phasers and open fire.
Będzie trzepało, uwaga.
But deflectors still in full power?
That bypassed our shields entirely.
That's impossible. God damn it, return fire. Everything we've got. Rydick, modulate the shield frequencies. See if we can get us any cover.
Będziemy modulować.
Commander,
I've got this. Just keep firing.
Patrz.
Shields still have no effect.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll try another.
Zmienimy polaryzację.
There!
We've got incoming. How do they keep matching our shield frequency?
They couldn't. Unless
Ktoś jest szpiegiem.
they've compromised our shield algorithms. They can bypass our shields at will.
What?
Captain!
Jezu, pozbyliśmy się go w końcu.
He's out cold.
Why'd they stop?
Damage report.
Running on emergency power. Major hull damage on decks 4 through 7. Warp core is stable and intact.
We're completely vulnerable.
Commander, we're being held by the Veskar. It's Galvin.
On screen.
I uśmiechnięty.
Commander Rydek, where's your captain?
A co tam?
Not dead, I hope. At least, not yet.
Czekaj, patrz, cwaniaku.
You're dealing with me. Is that a problem?
One inferior life form is as good as another. I have to give you credit, Commander. You survived longer than I thought you would. But make no mistake, your shields are useless.
Najgorsze.
Weapons ineffective. And there's nothing you can do. I could destroy you at any moment. But I'd rather hear your pleas for mercy first.
Okej.
Your existence is entirely in my hands. And I'm not in a forgiving mood.
Dawaj, cwaniaku.
If you want to destroy us, then I invite you to do your worst. We'd rather die with honor than beg for your mercy.
Miny robią słodkie.
You may just get your wish. I've been thinking about what you said, Commander. That the Federation would stop me no matter what. Your performance in this encounter has not supported that claim.
The Veskar's weapons are powering up.
Takie biedne minki.
But the Ticon are not mere savages. So I've decided to let you live,
Alright.
despite your insolence. Tell your Federation the Ticon are as merciful as they are powerful. That you were fortunate to escape with your lives.
Aha, to nie jest skończone, cwaniaku.
This isn't over.
I assure you, we've only just begun.
I've lost their signal.
Can you track their warp signature?
Nothing. It's untraceable, just like before.
Notify Ambassador Spock. I want everyone in the briefing room to discuss our options.
What's
Stacja
the
Majda.
status of the repairs?
Hull breach should be patched up in a matter of hours. Impulse power is at 67%. Should be fully restored soon.
Still no luck tracking Galvin's warp signature. They've all but disappeared.
Keep trying. Finding that son of a bitch is the best shot we got.
Commander Rydek, you had the con after the ship was attacked. What is your assessment? Given our current situation and the losses we have suffered.
Potrzebujemy być bardziej cwani.
I think we don't know enough. We need more information.
In that case, we might have an option.
O,
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Ticon Empire. If anyone could find Galvin, it would be him.
That's assuming he's willing to help us.
True, but there's only one way to find out.
Wouldn't we need to secure authorization from the Federation Council to contact him?
The nearest Federation outpost is Angoria. I can travel there by shuttle and inform them personally of the threat from the Ticon. Meanwhile, the Resolute can travel to the Delphi Ardu system in search of Portal 6-3.
I still have my doubts.
I do not. Captain William T. Riker has first-hand experience with it and with
Kolejne
Portal
cameo.
6-3. His guidance will prove invaluable and should alleviate your concerns.
Delphi Ardu 4 is a restricted zone for good reason. For all we know, we could be walking into a trap. Not to mention the high likelihood Portal 6-3's allegiance will be with the Ticon. It's just too much of a risk. A waste of time. Time we can't afford to lose.
A, spogadać, że to z Riker.
According to Commander Riker's records of meeting Portal 6-3, he was willing to listen to reason. We may be able to convince him that Galvin is wrong.
Or he'll just be happy to learn his civilization is making a comeback. In which case, we only compound the problem.
I am inclined to agree with Commander Rydek. Her logic is
Yeah, logic,
This
Mr. White.
portal may have knowledge that proves to be invaluable, including information on the nature of the Cartabula. We we must act on the facts at hand.
Then we'll give it our best.
I'll arrange a meeting with Captain Riker.
And I will speak with the Council. They need to understand the magnitude of the situation. I can leave for Andoria immediately. I wish you luck finding Portal 6-3. The very future of the Federation may rest in your hands.
It takes a minimum of 8 crew on the bridge to run the ship, so we can expect at least that many hostiles.
If they bioformed Hadri, they know we're coming.
Which means everyone needs to be ready for... Take cover!
Sorry. Trzymałem sobie ręce gdzieś.
Now what? We need that door sealed.
We can handle that. Where do you need us?
There's an access panel there. You should be able to patch into the local systems. We'll be shot getting there.
I'll cover you. On my signal. Now!
Pa. Jak on chodzi na tych skuckach.
Looking for the bridge doors. Wait, what's this?
Got something?
Gravity. If I invert the artificial gravity inside the bridge, that'll throw anyone on the bridge right up into the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
You'll never see it coming.
Kataska, get ready to charge.
Charge?
Some gravity polarity.
Pa.
Amazing.
Close it!
How do we get them down? What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
So you're just gonna shoot them?
I haven't decided yet.
Teraz ważna dyskusja.
It's not just up to you.
I'm the ranking officer.
And we're
Będą
not
przydatni,
in
spokojnie.
your army.
These prisoners can be useful to us. But if you kill them, we'll never know.
I can live with that.
A,
Well, I can't.
a.
You're an engineer, not a soldier. This is clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation. Each one of them has an innocent life inside.
Każdy jest w ciąży.
I'll keep watch on them.
As will I. We can't let our guard down around the enemy.
Petty Officer Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of the Takan could show up any minute. Crystals. They're all over this place.
Yeah, w końcu mamy tę interaktywną część, gdzie musimy podejść w 3 miejsca i kliknąć. Patrz co tu jest.
Where's the captain?
Captain Ostego did not survive the atmosphere poisoning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He died defending the Empire. That's how he'd want it.
Duża kosmiczna baba idzie z nami. Co tam jest w tobie? A? Pam, param, param, param. Umiem biegać.
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric pulses.
Tetrametric?
Też nie co to znaczy.
It's the energy signature of Takan technology.
A.
Everything they make gives off this type of radiation.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
A ten twój kod?
I thought you had the access codes needed to take control back.
I should, but I can't actually get to the surface, so I can't enter them here. Maybe there's somewhere else I can try.
Coś tu jeszcze jest kolorowego, co możemy... To jest na zielono. A ta konsolka ci się tutaj... Ta jest fajna dla ciebie? Popatrz, tutaj masz guziczki jeszcze działające. A? Poklikasz? No chodź.
This main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
That much reactor output would drive us past the theoretical top speed of this ship. So how fast are we actually going?
Kurde. Patrz, tu też są jakieś kryształki.
Look here. It's navigational data.
We saw that already. Headed to the edge of the galaxy.
It's only a display. We couldn't use it to change course or alter speed.
No.
We're gonna be there in less than an hour.
No.
We can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship. We're traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of. Even with the engines pushed as hard as they are, they wouldn't produce this speed.
Whether it's these crystals, or the power from the Cartabula, the Takana found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
We stop it, so they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan. That is, if they don't destroy us all first. I would have thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed. But somehow, that hasn't happened yet.
So what is their end game? They've transformed individuals, they've transformed this ship, in a way. How far will they go?
As far as we let them. Their technology certainly doesn't seem to have limits.
I hate to think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power.
Niestety klikamy dalej. Pach pilnują. A? Nie jest zawęgła, tylko tu. Co to takie ładne?
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Out of ammo?
Not sure.
Co tam?
Everything under control?
Yes, these Takan haven't made a move. Yet.
And what you're doing is working.
There's plenty more I can do. But it doesn't have to be that way. As long as they behave.
No, tu ptusiamy. Tu są konsolki, tam jest miły człowieczek, z którym pasuje pewnie pogadać. Da się ich zeskanować coś? Powinni mieć te sygnatury kryształowe, ale oczywiście teraz to nie działa. Co tam?
Any trouble?
Don't worry about me. Worry about Stretch over there.
Why?
He's looking for any excuse to vaporize the prisoners. But I'll make sure he doesn't. Even if they're the enemy, it's not right.
I'm here if you need a hand.
Just hurry up and figure out this bridge. That's the best way to help.
Tam jakieś dramaty jeszcze pewnie. Dobra, chyba wyklikaliśmy wszystkie te pierdoły. I uwaga, konsola numer 5.
There are two interfaces on top of each other.
This is not Lydian programming.
Nie.
It's the Takan language.
From what I can tell, the ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. This control station won't do us any good either. What have they done to this bridge?
Consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
Nie.
That should be impossible. But it explains why there's less than a full bridge crew. If they aren't flying the ship from the bridge, where are they controlling it from?
That's everything. We got some answers.
I don't like what they tell us, though.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk. And if they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey, that's not how we do this.
That is enough from you. I thought that thing was useless.
It was. No power. Until he touched it. Weapons must be biocoded.
Our technology will only work for one of our kind.
A,
I
dzięki,
can
Miki
assure
miły.
you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminta.
You can't control this ship with a disruptor.
But I can use it to control you.
Let's talk.
Hej. Aj. Cięcie na number 1.
The Titan's communications officer says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment.
O Boże, Riker.
You need to see this. The report on the data breach.
Damn. It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well. Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack. Making this so much worse than it already was.
No dobra, trudno. Co tam się dzieje?
Given the potential consequences, we should notify Starfleet as soon as possible.
I don't disagree, but I'll reach out to Ambassador Spock about it. I don't want to cause a panic. And I doubt he does either.
I have Captain Riker for you.
Jest uwaga, zapnijcie
Let's not
spodnie.
mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet. Put him through. Captain Riker, this is my first officer, Commander
Piękny.
Jara Rydek.
My pleasure.
Sir.
I wish we were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
Głos jakiś studni.
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Residius 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some good advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
Well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
Then let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost?
Najważniejsze pytanie.
To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
Oh, this old chestnut.
Pa.
I am curious to hear what she says, though.
Ultimately, my responsibility is to the crew at large.
The needs of the many. You have been hanging around Ambassador Spock. But the truth is, it's a trick question. Every situation is different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime directive, or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him to let the ship go.
Jak
All of
żywy,
which
nie?
is detailed in the mission report.
What we want from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you, but don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
Pas nie chcę go obrazić.
Are you sure about that? I don't want to anger him.
No, you certainly do not. With a wave of his hand, he could clip your wings and cripple the Resolute. Portal is full of bluster and bravado, but he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
Suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Do you think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there. But the moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi Ardu 4, he downloaded the entirety of the ship's computer. So I'd expect the same when you get there.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the board.
Trust me, this isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate.
Rika, a ty byłeś?
You're up to this.
Were you equipped to meet Portal 6-3 all those years ago?
I'm here, aren't I?
Yes, you are. And we have the benefit of your experience on our side.
Fair enough. There was a special task force that considered the Takan.
Już trąby zakłócają.
But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route.
Dzięki, stary.
Or Marcus Aurelius.
Thank you for your support, Captain Riker.
I wish I could be there myself. But my first officer would probably see to it that I stay on the bridge while they get all the excitement on the away mission. The burdens of command. Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that Takan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
We're still assessing the extent of the breach. Nothing to report as of right now.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious.
Nie no, co ten pierdzieli
One
głupoty.
thing we know is that they stole Starfleet shield algorithms.
The shield algorithms?
No.
That could jeopardize every ship in the fleet.
We're still making sure our assessment is accurate.
Stary będzie zły.
We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
This is as real as it gets, Solano. I have to talk to Starfleet Command now, so I think this conversation has come to an end.
O.
I really do hope you get Portal 6-3 and find those Takan before this gets out of control. Riker out.
I specifically said I wanted to keep this under wraps. I thought we had an understanding. Now all of Starfleet will hear about this.
Riker to jest wyjebany.
Riker's ship is at risk. They all are. I can't believe you would want to keep that from him.
That's one more thing I'll have to answer for. Now I have to think about the damage control of it all. You're dismissed.
Ciekawe, czy jest w redakcji, że stary jest Tyconem. No.
It's the automated Federation warning buoy. Transmitting the disable code Captain Riker provided.
That was unpleasant. Commander Ermont, what are the conditions of our systems?
All internal systems operational.
Commander Westbrook, what are your scans of the planet?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No sign of this outrageously powerful Takan being?
I'm running a magneton scan now, but so far, nothing.
Where are you?
Taś.
Prep your way, team. We don't know if Portal 6-3 will cooperate. If he's not an asset, he's an enemy. So be ready for anything.
prove you're worth keeping alive for a little while longer.
I cannot stop this ship any more than you can stop the tides.
Not good enough.
The impotent threats of a lower life form do not sway me. I will not bend to you. I was born 600,000 years ago. But a new age dawns today.
Ty jesteś Kapurem jeszcze czy nie?
I liked you a lot better when you were Ryan Kapoor. Pain in the ass sometimes, but a stand-up guy when it counted.
You weren't friends with the one who gave up this body.
He didn't give it, you took it. And all the others.
My name is Losa.
Huh.
I was born in the final days of the Age of Makto. I am but one of many. We who took a leap of faith across the bridge of time to be reborn in these bodies.
Eventually, one of you will break.
You don't understand how overmatched you truly are. This craft was nothing before we imbued it with the speed required by our mission. And the Kartabula produces enough energy to drive an entire fleet of ships like this one. But when we wake the Aphelion, we won't need a fleet.
The Aphelion?
Only then will you understand the might of the Takan Empire. Reborn in this time.
Co to ten Aphelion?
This is just a drop in an ocean of power you cannot even imagine.
And when you wake the Aphelion, what are you going to do with it?
Anything we want.
A, hej.
Come on! This goes from bad to worse unless you do what they say.
It's coming alive.
You can't stop the ship.
Then he will. Or we cut off his hands and use them ourselves.
The moment I reduce speed or change our heading, the others will know. First, they'll just resume course from elsewhere. Trivial matter. And then, they will come here. For you, this is a dead end.
Poradzimy się z tym.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Not if they're just going to start it again.
So you believe him?
I'm not sure.
Why would you tell us all this?
I tell you, because I value my own life.
A,
When my fellow scions come, and they will come, I expect you'll all act like the savages you are, and a battle will ensue. We've all died once. I don't intend to do so again. I won't touch those controls. If you want to get us killed, do it yourselves.
You fear death.
ty cieniasie.
There's a way to stop this ship for good. And he knows how. He just needs more pressure.
What
ty.
kind of pressure?
We heard him. He'll talk. Trust me.
That's against Starfleet protocol.
You're not on a Starfleet ship. Your protocol does not apply. We take the action that will lead to our victory. Don't assume your moral code.
Pa,
takes
czekaj,
precedence above
spokojnie,
all
kolego.
others.
I'm not gonna torture them. Not like this. There's gotta be something we can work with here.
Urwiemy mu głowę. Pa. Mamy tak. Prędkość. Wyniki silnika. Mapa plac. Pa.
What's this?
This display shows the location of the Takan on the ship. This is where the infiltrators are, the central artery of ship systems. Sensors, propulsion, weapons. Doesn't seem to be working here.
This is weird.
Co to?
Engine status. Right. The warp cores are still practically redlined.
A to?
Going this fast.
Stara baba w sklepie z
It'd be too
lotkami.
dangerous to force a warp collapse by cracking one of the propulsion coils. That could rupture the hull. End up damaging the Kartabula in the process.
That risks tearing a hole in space.
We can't have that.
However they've supercharged the Zeldi, it still relies on existing systems.
They just amplify the output?
But the Takan have already interfaced with those systems. The controls will be no use. So we'd have to find a way to manually shut down the warp cores.
Might not be a manual shutdown as much as it'll be sabotage.
No one appears to be guarding it. I think I can get us there. But once we're in, do you really think you can cripple my ship? Not something I'd normally ask, but I'm coming around to it.
Well, usually I'm the guy fixing the things that go wrong on a starship. But I'm sure I could figure out a way to break it.
You may even find you like destroying.
Hey.
This plan of yours has one problem. It strands us. Left out of the fight when there is a war going on.
Our fight is here, now. This is how we do the most good. For the Empire.
For the Empire.
So Carter, you didn't beam out after all. I
Odbierz.
thought you'd escaped when we boarded. I'd almost hoped you'd made it off. And Millie's there with you too, right? It's good you two are together. I know you're here, Carter. Your technology is so simple to us. You're not a fighter. I know it. You know it. That's why you're hiding. Somewhere on this ship. But the Takan Empire has so much to offer you. Think of all the knowledge lost for 500,000 years that you'd have access to. I know you want more from life, and I want to show you what you could be a part of. Not just the wonders you've already seen from us. In our time, we had the power to move stars. Carter,
Dobra.
you have a thirst for discovery.
Pomożemy ci, babo.
Part of you would remain to
We can
experience the
fix
things
her.
I can show you. But if you try to fight it,
You don't know what you're doing. Miranda, we can help you, but you have to fight.
Miranda is a part of us now. She's accepted that.
You're lying.
I have no reason to lie. Every one of us on this crusade has fought wars more brutal and consuming than you could fathom. But I want to reach a peaceful
ujęcie w
resolution
ogóle.
to this. Carter, we have a plan for you. And for the others too. We don't want to have to destroy you.
No, ja będę negocjował z babą, to z baba.
I'll negotiate with Miranda. Our Miranda. When you release her.
A, w ten sposób.
She's still here, in a way. We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Her comm badges. She's tracking our location with them.
If we have to use force to free our fellow scions, there will be casualties.
We can't stay here. And we need to disable the transmitters.
Where'd you go? You don't want to talk to me?
She's trying to keep you talking.
I mean, I get it.
A.
But I'm trying to help you. You're still there. I think that's because you know we have something to offer you. And you're starting to do the math. And realizing that making peace with us is better than
Miłość wygra.
I don't know who you are, but you're on borrowed time. Miranda, if you're in there, I will find a way to get you back. Keep fighting.
Pa. Aha.
Got it.
Mine's done too.
Time to hit the road.
You've forgotten something.
Aha.
They know where we're going.
O! Ty
Set
paja.
to stun.
A!
You're not
A.
going to shoot a guy who's unconscious, are you?
You keep getting in my way.
We've managed this far without doing it your way.
We are hardly in control of this
Ej,
situation.
Jezu, kole, spoko, wyluzuj.
And now we have loose ends.
You two forget you're on the same side? Come on! Now let's move it.
Po powrocie z misji będzie jak Rambo. Ej, tymczasem w kwadrancie. Portal 69. O, The Last Guardian. To mogłoby wyjść na PC-ta.
Our coordinates match the exact location where Riker met Portal 6-3.
Unlike Riker's team, we beamed down without a problem.
It's quiet.
Ta biedna baba.
Portal has to know we're here.
If he won't come to us, we'll go to him. Spread out.
Okej. Taś. Będziemy szukali pana portala 69.
Burn marks.
Report mentioned phaser fire being redirected toward these strange crystals.
It also mentioned Portal calling down lightning bolts.
Better keep our guards up.
Najgorsze, że nie oglądam tego odcinka, nie wiem, czy coś nawiązałem, że otworzyli scenografię i tak dalej. Popatrz, co tam jest. Dobra, poklikajmy sobie po tych polaskach.
Already gave it a scan. Dead.
No.
Whole planet feels like it's been turned to stone.
Co tam, Duwalku?
Doctor?
Commander, keeping an eye on those duridium levels?
A,
Good. Last thing we need are your cells destabilizing on a hostile alien planet.
pyr. Taki mostek.
This is where Portal 6-3 projected his image.
He was guarding this bridge. That has to mean something.
We'll move forward when you're ready, Commander.
No to mówimy forward, no.
Follow me. Ends here. Is it me, or did that path just disappear?
There was a path there a moment ago.
There must be an explanation.
Aha.
Tetrametric pulses.
Same energy as the other Takan technology.
Most of the crystals appear dormant. What's different about this one?
Readings indicate there's a cavity in the rock right behind it.
We could try melting a hole through the wall with our phasers.
Worth a try.
Uwaga, ustawiamy phasery na...
Nothing.
There's gotta be a weakness. Somewhere it isn't totally solid. Whoa!
An illusion.
I'm sure that wall was as real as the rest of them. I felt it.
It's almost like our holodeck technology, but far more advanced.
The crystals must be absorbing the energy from our phasers.
I'm picking up something. A biosignature. It's faint, but it's there.
With me.
Another dead end.
Or another illusion.
Crewman LaRue, if you would.
Pa. Jezus, jaki...
Devolve to Resolute. Beam crewman LaRue directly to medical.
Is he okay?
Ciamajdy z Federacji.
Not all
Będzie
crystals
żył.
look the same, it seems.
Don't fire your phasers at any crystals unless we're sure they're putting out the same pulses as before.
Commander, I may be able to speed up the process. I can now detect many different wavelengths of radiation simply by looking. The Takan radiation is unusual, so I can't quite clear it all up, but I was able to eliminate many of the non-tetrametric crystals. Your tricorder should warn you.
That's an enormous help. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's my honor.
Ładnie wyglądasz z tą paską na... Ej, mamy wow, 2 urządzenia.
Tetrametric. Good sign.
Commander!
Look at that.
Pa.
Trust, but verify.
Indeed.
Indiana Jones miało być chyba. Ten brzydki, ten brzydki.
Good.
Pa. Gdzie jest 69? Co? Zapikało, ale...
Tetrametric. Better go see what's different.
To chyba ten... nie. Który to był? LOL. Ten duży z tyłu? A, okej. Nie było go widać praktycznie.
The way's clear. Good work, Commander.
We'll make sure it's safe.
Kurde, bo tak 90. Super przygodówka. Bym się cieszył jak nie wiem, jak geniusz po odkryciu albo po wynalezieniu rachunku różniczkowego. Idziemy tędy czy tu? Ładnie biegają.
Incredible.
The plants here are actually alive. Is this the biosignature you detected, Doctor?
No, not a match.
Nie ma zapałki.
Tetrametric.
And it's creating an illusion as well.
Based on the data we have so far.
Only one thing left to do.
Doctor, be ready to beam us out if it turns out we're wrong.
Pa.
Duval to Resolute. Lock transporter on away team.
Amazing.
There's nothing like this in any Federation record.
The plans.
Najlepszy jest, Boże.
It's him. How dare you disturb me? I'd hoped you had enough sense to leave.
Jezu, to on, pamiętam go.
Here you stand.
O mój Boże.
Fools.
Ale z mordy, nie pamiętam go z tego odcinka już.
I would have destroyed you and your ship simply for setting foot in this place. Fortunately for you, that time has passed.
Pa.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. We've come a long way to meet you.
Guardian? I am guardian of nothing. The Takan no longer exist. Don't care to be reminded. If this is why you've come, then you should leave.
Ty nic nie wiesz, kolego.
I'm surprised you don't know. With your powers, can't you learn anything?
I can. But you should mind your words.
The Resolute's database is being accessed.
The Takan have returned? After so long, how could they? Explain. Now.
Draconian technology made it possible. To enable the transfer of consciousness from one being to another after physical death. Call it bioforming. A group of Draconians calling themselves Scions of the Flame used it to reawaken after hundreds of millennia.
Scions of the Flame?
Is something wrong?
I'd hardly call them Takan. They were a radical faction with beliefs outside the mainstream. Beliefs that lesser life forms should serve as vessels to ensure Takan immortality.
Chłopy od Jarka.
You want me to
Kosmiczne.
help you destroy them. That's why you've come. You want to destroy these scions.
W samym pokoju, pa. My to nazywamy inaczej w Stanach.
There is a war looming that could engulf the quadrant. We want you to help us bring about peace before it gets to that point.
Peace always comes at a cost.
They have an incredibly powerful energy source they call the Cartabula.
These scions have the Cartabula.
And they've used it as a weapon against us.
I will speak with you alone.
O,
What are you doing?
pogadamy w mojej wannie. Te miny są...
Where are we? Where's my team?
They're safe where we left them. That the scions have
Interaktywne.
stolen the Cartabula is deeply concerning.
Pa.
To be honest, I'd rather speak with you alone.
Wyższy poziom level designu. Musisz stworzyć dwa nody, jeden... A? Pa jakie kurde zabiegi narracyjne.
Your colleagues don't know what it means to be the last of one's kind. You and I are remnants of fallen civilizations. The Kobliad, the Takan. One dying, one dead. Our species could not be more different, but we both know the meaning of loss. The others wouldn't understand. It's beyond their ability to comprehend.
No, pogadając, różmy go. No, jesteśmy coś nas łączy,
We're
tak?
more alike than you might realize, in that we accept the inevitability of loss.
If only you understood the glory of the Takan Empire's past.
Ojciec, nie rób tego, bo... Podłoga, która lata, pa. Flizy, które same się układają.
Tell me, why spend your days away from your own people when so few of them are left?
O Jezu.
Why live your life working for this federation to which the Kobliad do not even belong? And submit yourself to their authority? It makes no sense. Not by my logic.
Chodzi o zasady, kolego.
The Federation isn't an authority to be obeyed. At its heart, it's a set of principles meant to ensure the survival and safety of all species, regardless of their origin. You told Riker you'd wait until you were needed. You're needed now. We need you.
As much as it pains me to learn the Cartabula has fallen into the hands of the Scions, my services are not up for offer.
O. Chryste, ten G-Man ze Star Treka Ciekawe, że długo mi się tej podłoga będzie latała i ona babka będzie biegać. Juo. Czy to jest Palpatine? To mógł być Palpatine w oryginale, nie pamiętam.
Was to give one's entire self to the cause of protecting the Tekon Empire. I left behind everything I know, and now you want me to turn against my own people. Betrayal of my oath, and everything I vowed to protect.
These aren't the Tekon you knew. They're a facsimile. They're imposters. And they tarnish the Tekon name.
We faced these questions in my time as well. What you call bioforming, we thought of as a marginal science. But if these reborn Tekon plan to restore the Empire, is that a disaster to be avoided? Tekonian technology is so advanced, it could save millions of species currently on the brink of extinction, including your own.
Dylematy Star Trekowe są.
And at the price of a small few, think of how the many could benefit. Instead, it sounds as if you are reacting out of fear before you have a full understanding of what's at stake. I don't think you've given this full consideration. You may have more to gain than to lose.
To znaczy dwójka.
You told me your people didn't use bioforming. That's because you knew it was wrong. Wrong to employ on an individual basis, and surely wrong on a galactic scale.
You are correct. The Tekon did not use bioforming on a large scale. That the way these scions are using it would not have been accepted when the Empire still stood. I'm curious to see these scions masquerading as true Tekon. So I will go with you, and we shall find them. But when we do, I will judge them myself as a guardian of the Tekon, to understand their true intentions, for better or worse.
It's certainly your right to make your own decisions. I won't tell you otherwise.
Very well. I'll return.
Commander!
Hold your fire. I'm all right. He's coming with us.
We assumed the worst.
She's perfectly fine. Now then, shall we?
All right. We can beam up your... Do you have any equipment or tools?
Panam potęgę posępnego czerepu.
Whoa.
This is all I need.
Away team +1. Ready to beam up.
Tyś skład.
For warp cores. That's interesting.
Redundancy. If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
Where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers.
My głupi.
I thought you would know what to do.
We understand how to operate it under normal conditions.
We'll do our part, you do yours. Anything that comes through that door, stop it.
That I can do.
You at least know where we should start?
This way.
Muzyka z jakiegoś starego generatora marszów. Wiem, że to taka słabo, nas totalnie z jakiegoś tego, z jakiejś tani syntezatorek. Jezu, coś trzeba przeskanować, ale nie wiesz w które. Nie mogę chodzić, nie mogę ten nas. To poskanować. Czy są wybory? Są wybory. Jest spoko merytorycznie. W sensie, fabuła jest spoko. To ptamy tam, tak? Tędy będzie zasłonięte drewnem. Drabina! Wow, Jezu, jak zszedł w ogóle. Który konsol miałem ci powiedzieć?
Whatever we do, we need to make sure the Takan can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Warp core ejection. So the question is, how do we make it happen?
Uwaga, mamy system chodzący do wyboru. Tak, nie ma znaczenia, to najgorsze. Status reaktora. Protokoły bezpieczeństwa, top na pewno. Tak, bo nic więcej, 3.
The safety protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection. Reduce output, command override. Cease matter, antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer control.
Zna się tego FTL.
Even command functions can't override one of the most crucial safety measures.
So the protocol's still active. That's good.
Ale są więcej. Co jest ważne? System chłodzący. Może chłodzenie ma...
The reactor coolant system is operating at emergency containment levels.
It's just barely keeping the temperature in check.
Maybe we can use that. If it gets this high, their system considers a reactor breach imminent. Looks like if sensors show a core is about to rupture, the computer will eject it automatically rather than risk a breach.
So we need to increase the warp core's temperatures.
If we destroy the coolant regulators, there won't be anything to keep these reactors from going over.
And it will trigger the ejection. Let's peel these suckers open.
Yeah, jak w 86.
The second you two start dumping cores, the Takan will know we're here.
Who'll be vulnerable? Stuck in one place while you work.
We will have to make a stand.
Pa.
Here's the good news. I'm at my best when I'm under pressure.
We'll barricade the door. Work quickly.
Idziemy zobaczyć, czy reaktor wytrzyma.
We might not have our tools, but our phasers can do this in a pinch.
Pa. Ten odgłos tej blachy z tego skrzynki na listy.
We don't know how much damage that Cartabula will do if we accidentally crack it open.
A, zrobimy i tyle.
The best way to make sure something goes wrong is to stress. Keep your mind on the job. We'll be okay.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
It's not a Starfleet warp core, but the coolant regulator has to be in here somewhere.
Gdzie jest coolant regulator? O. Na pewno nie jest to niebezpieczne, co robimy.
There you are. Time to heat things up.
Warning. Warning. Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Okay, Now they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Ostatnio się zatnie
One
pewnie.
more to go.
They're here.
They're cutting through the door. We don't have much time.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Pa. Jak schylić się. I te frajery kosmiczne to ci. To chodzenie mi się tak podoba, ta animacja.
Hey! Would you mind not shooting at the matter-antimatter reactor?
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done, or we're all dead.
Coś ich zatkało, ale to nasi. A? Coś muszę tutaj zrobić? Chyba zbyt dobrze ich szedłem, wykosiłem. Realistycznie, dobra. Tak? No, dobra. Idealnie, dobra. To zrealistycznie pokonaliśmy ich w końcu wcześniej. Mamy wybuchające beczki. I czekamy. Ktoś przyszedł? Czekaj, bo wy jesteście... Ładne efekty świetne są, nie? Nie wiem, że gdzieś się ukrywa ktoś tutaj, ale... Uwaga, musimy to zrobić.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
A.
Warp drive disengaged.
You did it.
Son of a bitch did it. Mamy to.
Got that escape plan for me?
I think so.
Będzie baba pewnie tutaj złowroga na końcu.
Can you climb?
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Sorella, my friend.
Nie wiem, czy ona musiała zginąć, czy może byśmy lepiej strzelali, to... Wujak wspinać.
You want me? I'm right here.
You too.
Calm yourself, child. It will all be better soon.
Mamy teraz 2 baby do odmienienia. Ciekawe, czy można być chłopem kosmitą i dostać ciało baby.
Return to us. Rejoin the flame.
To reclaim what was lost.
Hej. Dla tych, co przyjdą po nas.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay. But this isn't the end. I will avenge Itasca. Swear to me, you will join me in this.
How about we try to save her?
That's a dream.
Jest ciąg do nadzieja, kolego.
As long as she's alive and her memories are still in there, there's still hope.
Hope is what you turn to when you have nothing left you can do. And there's still something I can do for Itasca. And I shall.
Stary will remember that. Nie chciałem sobie przykrości, powiem, że ją zastrzelimy, ale będziemy mieć pewien czarodziejski sposób, żeby ich odmienić. Dobra, mamy tak. Kolejny... Nie wiem, ile rozdziałów poszło. Nie wiem, czy możemy jakoś w ogóle zbadać. Mody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trybów gry tutaj jest. W jednej grze jest tutaj gier. Kto by pomyślał? Nie mam pojęcia, gdzie jesteśmy w fabule. Czy możemy teraz prowadzić wybory? Wyślij SMS-a na numer. Co za w ogóle ten... Ziżek. O Boże. Co oni mieli za pomysł? To pewnie... Dobra, wiem, to pewnie miało być na Netflixie? Nie wiem.